Yo, what is going on, everyone? And welcome to a brand new episode of 27 Outs. Welcome back, everyone, for the fifth time this week. 5 shows in 6 days. That is what you call a new record here on the platform. Stefan and I could easily remember, we've done 2 days in a row. We clearly have done 3 days in a row, but never 4 days in a row. And to have to put together 5 shows in 6 days, it's a pretty big deal. So shout out to all of you guys who are here early. I saw you, Shrek, Chef Mamba, Armand. As always, I am Ivan alongside Stefan. And boy, oh boy, are these guys all making their decisions right around the same time, it feels like. But anyway, long story short, I do want to let you guys know, for those of you who don't know, I am a father, right? And with the amount of news that, has had us as busy as we've ever been here on the 27 ounce YouTube channel. We want to make sure that we cover these things, but at the same time, I went out with my son. We ended up not getting back till about 8:45, so still had to feed him, still had to bathe him. So there was absolutely no chance in hell that we were going to be able to do the show at the typical time, which was 9:30. So shout out to the chat for understanding that. Shout out to you, Stefan. I had to hit you ASAP because I knew it just wasn't going to work out. But anyway, I mean, listen, little 30 something minutes won't hurt, right? We're still going to get the show popping out here. But anyway, Bichette, man, to the Mets, and then JT going back to, ultimately where we thought he would go. But Stefan, how are you feeling? And then kick it off with whatever you would like to start tonight.
And I'm good, man. But let me just tell you, you mentioned the two stories that happened so far today, and those might not be the two biggest stories that happened today because I'm getting wind of some stuff that could go down while we're on the air tonight. So everybody just feels like working. It seems like.
I'm not mad if it happens while we're on the air, because if it happens while we're here, we get to cover it immediately as opposed to having to come back and do what, 7 shows in 7 days? Yo, for real, that's what it feels like, man. We've been working out here, but it all makes sense, right? So, by the way, shout out to everybody who enjoyed last night's show. Dodgers fans showed a lot of love on TikTok. They really enjoyed that clip today. So, shout out to all of you.
Salute. Yo, let's do this. Bichette to the Mets. 3 years, 126 million, two opt-outs, full no trade. I think I saw 5 million in deferred payments. I think is what I saw. I could be wrong though. Look, what this says to me is two things, and let's have a full blown conversation about this. Credit credit to the Mets for pivoting as quickly as they did. Credit to them for identifying, hey, this is the player. No deferrals. Thank you, Armand, for identifying this is the player we want. The deferrals are actually in JT Realmuto's contract. I just remembered. Uh Identifying Bichette's the player we want. His offensive profile clearly fits what the Mets are looking for. He's right-handed. Now, him at third base is going to be interesting in terms of he's never played that position before, right? So hearing David Stearns talk about we want to be about run prevention and we want to shore up the defense. I don't know how much you're shoring up the defense with a guy that's in the fourth percentile, and that's not good. That's among the bottom rung of defenders. And what it feels like to me is that they valued his offense. But I got to ask this question. I wonder how much of this was Steve Cohen going, looking, I look bad with the Tucker stuff last night. I sent out a stupid tweet. Now the fan base is looking for me to make it up to them. Obviously, paying Bichette $42 million, that's kind of what I thought he was going to get. I thought he was going to finish at 40 or a bit above 40. So it makes sense. He is 28 years old, and the opt-outs do help a lot. Now, before we get to that point, look, I think this opens up a bigger conversation about the Mets in terms of their infield glut and trades we could see them make. Because the Mets are going to trade for a starting pitcher and a high quality one at that.
Mm-hmm. The
And
thing, I gotta be honest, this deal surprised me. Not the fact that the Mets spent the money that they spent, but the fact that they gave it to Bichette, right? So as I was, gathering more information on not just Bo Bichette's deal with the Mets, but just the Bo Bichette sweepstakes, right? Other teams
Yes.
were involved, such as the Phillies. So the Phillies offered 7 years for 200, and apparently that's what Bo Bichette told the Phillies he wanted, and the Phillies said no problem. And it sounds like Steve Cohen and the Mets literally came from out of nowhere and said, "Well, listen, we won't give you the 200 over 7,
Hmm.
but we'll certainly give you what it is that he agreed to today." And listen, I don't know if this was out of desperation because, as I had told you tonight, and we spoke about it for those of you guys who were here rocking with us late last night,
Hmm.
I thought, with the Mets being interested in Kyle Tucker and after them moving on from Nimmo and with Cody Bellinger still being an outfielder that's available, I
Yep.
thought that was going to be the move instead of the one that we're covering tonight. But I'm not mad at Bo Bichette.
I'm not mad at Boba just because I think his offensive profile really fit what the Mets need. He's right-handed. He puts the ball in play. He's a high average offensive player. He can hit for some power. And the one thing you do know, this guy is a clutch hitter. He hits in the clutch. That's what he does. That's what we've seen him do in the series. That's what we've seen him do countless years in Toronto. This guy's a big time player when the lights are at his brightest, and no bigger stage in New York to show how clutch you really are. And I also think it's Bo Bichette's chance to one, get paid now, but also realize that once if I perform the way I'm capable of performing, there's another bag with over 45 million maybe in my future because I'm only going to be 28, 29 years old when this deal does, come to an end. And there are two opt outs. I don't think he exercises the one after this upcoming season. I think if he opts out, it's going to be after we find out what's happening with the lockout, after what's happening with the work stoppage. And I also think he gave the Mets a little bit more financial flexibility. He said, listen, I want the high AAV, but I'll do the 3-year deal because I want to see how it works out between us. Is a marriage that can happen, but also it allows you to go get your starting pitcher you may want. It allows you to stay in pursuit of Cody Bellinger, which I think they're still in pursuit of. But it feels like a win-win for everybody involved. And I feel like we need more baseball deals like this where you wanted the player wanted the market. Yeah, are there some things to work out in terms of your infield? Yes, but that's not Bo Bichette's problem. That's your general manager's problem. That's your scouting staff's problem. Let them figure that out. I'm here to play a position, and he's here to play third.
Right. Despite this move, as I mentioned, from coming out of nowhere is what it really feels like, right? Um, I kind of like the move for the Mets. I think the Mets, after everything that we've covered in terms of what they've done to the team this offseason, now being in 2026, and we already know it's an absolute fact that the Mets are gonna look very, very different this upcoming season, right? But I think they also give themselves a shot to kind of bounce back to the point where maybe when you look at some of these other deals, that they did make
Mhm.
early this offseason, and also the guys who moved on, right? Such as Pete Alonso, Edwin Diaz. And you mentioned it a couple of minutes ago, Stefan. Now, in addition to now having Bo Bichette, he's going to play third, of course.
Mhm.
With all of these infielders, it makes it very interesting to see what package the Mets are going to put together to land the starter that I'm talking Mets fans, you and I, damn near all baseball fans, knew they had to land this offseason.
Well, this is what I will say. Uh I think this now opens up the possibility for Freddie Peralta. Okay, I think Freddie Peralta is next on the list, but I'm going to throw a trade out there that I threw out to you via text earlier today. The Mets can now go get their center fielder. The Red Sox need a third baseman. You have at least two on your roster. What I would do is I would start with Brett Beatty to Boston for Jaron Duran straight up and see how that works. Because they got the center fielder, they got three outfielders. You have four infielders. There's a glut. Somebody needs to get traded so that there's some freedom. The log jam is freed.
I think the Mets
So
might have to, not that Brett Beatty can't be the centerpiece, right? For a deal like that. But I mean, Duran he's a respectable player, bro. The Mets might have to give up a little more than that.
I'm not giving up no more than that. You got five outfielders for 3 spots. You gotta
Mhm.
trade the dude. And you need a third baseman. So if you want me to give up more than that, then then it has to be a fair trade either way.
Right.
And so I just feel like it works for both teams. It makes too much sense. Don't complicate it and get greedy. Yo, I need this, but you need that. Make the baseball trade. He fits your need, you fits his. Don't get greedy now. And you need assets. You got to save assets for a potential pitcher. That is,
So are you telling me that you believe the Mets are gonna do both, get a starting pitcher and a center fielder?
you have to. You
Wow. I
have
was
to.
thinking maybe an arm, of course, right? First and foremost. Before anything that they did this offseason, I certainly had a starting pitcher checked off on the list.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I kind of thought with everything that they've done, maybe Carson Benz was finally going to be in the outfield. I don't know if they really do that, but
Nah. You can't do what they've done. Like, okay, if you're gonna play the kids all the way then. Don't bring Bichette in here. Don't try to give Kyle Tucker 55 million at the last minute. You want to win. What helps you win? Veteran players. This is interesting by Armand. He said I would do Beatty and Vientos for Darren and Casas. I don't know if I would do the Casas part. If anything, I would try to get a pitcher in that deal. I would try to get a pitcher. To me, the pitcher just makes more sense. Like right now, if I'm the Mets, I probably ask for either Tolley or Conley early. One of the young pitchers in Boston. You have 8 pitchers for 5 slots, bro. Not all these pitchers are gonna pitch. So if you throw maybe early and a Darren in there for a Beatty and something else, I think the Mets consider it.
that's what I'm saying. It might have to, because at first we were talking about just Jaron Duran and Brett Beatty straight up, right? Now, once you start mentioning other guys, because I already thought, and I just stated it before, I already think the Mets, if they are going to look towards the Red Sox and what they are looking to get rid of, and that's Duran in the outfield, he's a good player, bro.
He
He's not a
is.
superstar, and not a knock on Beatty, right? Brett Beatty, he appeared to, really get into like this better version of himself in 2025. And
Mhm.
here we were on this very platform last year, me especially. I was like, yo, 2025 gotta not be the year of Brett Beatty, but it had to be the year where he showed you some upside, because how much longer should I say, were they
Mhm.
gonna go on before, like, what are we doing with this guy? But now, with the amount of infielders that you have, with the addition of Bo Bichette, I think the Mets are in a very good position right now. It's a good problem to have, I would say.
No, yeah, they have. Listen, the one thing that you want to compliment them on is they have depth. The Boba piece of this allows them to have depth. Number one, Boba slots in a lineup. You put Boba as your number. I would say Boba is their number 4 hitter or number 3 hitter, maybe. I
I
think he's
think
your
they
number
might do
3 hitter.
three because
Yeah.
Soto is two, and you're gonna want somebody to protect them. The Mets don't have that after Pete Alonso walked. So
Right. So, and you know what? I don't like Lindor leading off. I just don't. I just think,
you think they should switch that?
yeah, you gotta move him down because,
Who else do you put though? That's the problem. Because
but
when you look at the projected
that's
lineup,
why
right? Once you look at
that's
1, 2, 3, there's a huge drop off.
that's why I would do 2 things. I would trade for Duran because that's your leadoff hitter off the rip. Once you trade him, he's leading off.
I'm not mad at that. I'll take it.
You know what I would do too? If I'm the Mets, I sign Luis Ariz to play first base for me.
Yo, that's not bad.
I would do that.
Would you make him a leadoff hitter if you bring him in though? He
I
might
probably
actually get some pitches, because if you structure the lineup like this, Luis Ariz, Soto second, or if you want to do Lindor, then Soto
right,
third, maybe Bo
right,
Bichette
right.
fourth, I think that'll benefit him for sure.
Listen, Armand, you say God no, but let me ask you a question. Have you seen Luis Ariz with a bat over the last 4 or 5 years? This guy is a magician with the baseball bat.
You too, Rick? Absolutely not. Yo, that's
All right.
crazy. Well, I get it for defensive purposes. It doesn't really
Yeah,
fit
but
what they're trying to do.
neither does Bo Bichette, but they did it right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can't tell me absolutely not when Bo Bichette has never played a game at third in his life. He's never done it. Now, if Arise DHs, that's even better.
Well, he's gonna have to split that time with Jorge Polanco, right? Because aren't they gonna
I
have
think
Jorge Polanco like
so. I
platoon
think
DH and
both.
first
I
base?
I think both of them. I think both of them would have to platoon between first and DH
Mm-hmm.
because Bo Bichette is one of the worst defensive players in baseball. Look at his numbers. He's in the bottom of defensive ratings in baseball. He's really bad.
Yeah, he was never really considered to be a great shortstop for his defense. It was always the bat that stood out,
Yeah,
you know.
no, he's a below average defender. And look, I get that. I get that. But I think at some point you have to my whole thing for the Mets is you want to lengthen your lineup. You do this Bichette thing, you do what they're trying to do. You want to lengthen the lineup around Soto, around Lindor, around Bichette. You want to put guys in there that can lengthen your lineup. And so, yes, uh it's not a perfect match by any stretch, but I'm just trying to think of ways for you to lengthen your lineup because Marcus Simeon's a below average hitter at this point in his career.
Mm-hmm.
I just think you have to get creative offensively because how are you going to score runs? You can't win every game 3-2, 2-1, 4-3. You
The
got to
Mets
score some
lineup,
runs.
the Mets lineup with Lindor, Soto, and Bichette at the top, that's very top heavy, right? It's not a bad 1, 2, 3, however you want
Right.
to go about it. But as I mentioned, when you look at some of these guys that are no longer on the team, I hate to say this, as a reminder for Mets fans, but that lineup is not what it once was, and the Mets still have some work to do.
Yeah, they do, and they know that. And now, if you get Cody Bellinger, all this is all for naught. But I don't think the Mets go to that level, though. I don't think I don't think they go to that level, right? Like I don't think they pay the kind of money to get uh uh Cody. I know they're in on Cody still, but if you were gonna do Cody Bellinger, you could have done that. That should have been something you investigated. I just think people feel how I feel. He's not gonna play well in Yankee Stadium, which is why they did the Bichette thing and they compromised the defense because they know this guy's a for sure hitter. You can put him anywhere on planet Earth, he's gonna hit.
Well,
He's
you
gonna
mean
hit.
you think Cody's not going to hit well outside of Yankee
No, he's
Stadium,
not gonna
right?
hit well outside of Yankee Stadium because he's very pull friendly. And the one thing you know about Bo Bichette, he hits to all fields.
Oh, yeah. Bo Bichette, listen, he might run into like 20, 25 bombs, especially if he's healthy. But the good thing about Bo Bichette is he's a line drive hitter, gap to gap,
Yes.
gonna hit above 300. I think it's in 2025, he hit like what, 311 around there, something like that. So if you put him in a lineup now that
Mhm.
features guys like Lindor, and as I mentioned, maybe they put him behind Soto as protection, that's
Yeah.
going to benefit him. I think he could actually have a breakout season. Not to say that he's never had really good years before, because
Right.
he's
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
of a
Yeah.
really good one. He's coming off of a heck of a World Series run,
Yeah.
right? But I
Mhm.
just think, with the opt-outs as well, when you look at how the Mets put that deal together to finally land him, and
Yeah.
ultimately, not only does it benefit the Mets, but also Bo Bichette to go out there and give yourself a second shot if you really want to go out there and see if you're worth it.
You definitely can. Yeah, you can. And look,
Oh, technical. Oh, you good? You good? You came back. You good? You good?
so I don't know. I think in a perfect world, what I would do if I'm the Mets is try to see if Cody Bellinger's asking price has changed, maybe I'd do that. But if it's still he's looking for 7 years, listen, take a walk because I'm not doing that. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
The thing I would do if I'm the Mets, I would go trade for a pitcher, right? Isak Paredes is interesting. I'm gonna get to your comment and Sex Sox fan. Uh I would trade for Peralta and then I would go sign somebody. And the guy I would go sign is probably I think I would give Zach Gallen some money.
Not bad. And it
I
wouldn't
think
cost much either, right?
I think if you could get Freddie and Zach Gallen to lead your rotation, I'm not talking about, Ace in particular. I think Zach Gallen, you're just looking him for him to be a number 3 or number 4 starter at this point,
Hmm.
and just hope he can give you innings and let the young kids kind of get sandwiched between, because Peralta's the ace. He's walking in, he's getting the ball opening day, he's getting the ball if you make the playoffs, he's getting the ball in every big moment, right?
And you
So
also have to extend him too, right? Like first and foremost, you got to be able to put a package together, which I believe the Mets can do to land Peralta.
right,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
once the Brewers find out whatever it is that the Mets would offer to
Hmm.
land Freddie, I'm
Hmm.
sure they're going to be interested. But then two, and I don't think this is going to be much of a problem for the Mets because hence their owner Steve Cohen. But you got to extend a guy, right? Which I'm sure they'll probably be able to get done before the season is over if it happens.
See, then it's not Stearns' way, but you got what are we filling this rotation with? You telling me you're just gonna go with a bunch, going with a bunch of kids feels like risky business to me.
Right now, it's what? It's Nolan McLean, Jonah Tong, David Peterson, Sean Manaya. Am I missing anyone? Who's the fifth?
Hey, what's up,
Or is
bro?
that up in the air right now, right? But I know the top four are, proven.
Yeah, and also like, does Sprout crack the rotation? Is he your number 5?
Oh, the other question too. Speaking of the starting rotation, whatever happened to getting rid of Kodai Senga? Kodai Senga is still part of that rotation until further notice.
He's in the bullpen. He's not a part of the rotation. He's
Oh,
in the
you think
bullpen.
they're gonna just keep him in there?
He's in the bullpen.
Ah,
Yeah.
they made that decision. Damn, Kodai. I tried. I was trying to sneak in Kodai as number 5.
Nah, he's Kodai saying at this point in his career probably fits better in like a long man relief role, like a swing man role. I don't know if I trust him to big enough to throw enough inning and to start games, and it just feels like it's a risk. And look, Bichette definitely covers up some stuff in that lineup. Bichette definitely is going to get pitches to hitting in front of
Clay Holmes too. Shout out to Rick for mentioning that.
Clay Holmes is another guy. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So look, they have pitching. I just would like them to see them upgrade the pitching. I think it's good, but it could be better. And you have enough pieces to go out there and do it. Like, you have enough infield depth to go out there and do it. And the one thing I will say, and I've said this before, Stearns didn't draft any of these kids. Acuna wasn't his draft pick. Beatty wasn't his draft pick. He's not tied to any of these kids. So I could see the Mets going, yo, let's trade one of these kids. Let's get some stuff done. And let's try to get some pitching depth in here. Or let's try to get some defense in here. Let's try to do something to augment what we already have and make our team better, because all these kids are not going to play. That's first of all. Second of all, oh, do you sell low on some of these kids? Yeah, you sell low because you don't know. We haven't seen their full potential. I really like Acuna. I think you sell low,
Yeah, there's
right?
a
But
few guys like even Ronnie Mauricio is another guy who I kind of feel like whether you're a Mets fan or just a fan of baseball and you understand how long he's been with the Mets now, like that's another guy who they've been waiting to kind of get it
yeah.
going too.
Hmm. Rick with the great point. He says, but I also think the trading for a starter, but not Peralta. Joe Ryan has more club control. I think they go that direction. They could. If the Twins say we're gonna move off of him, which they have not done yet, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I think um you I just think at this point in the off season, since we're right there at spring training and your roster's completely not filled out, you got some holes in the roster. I just feel like uh you gotta make some uncomfortable decisions. It's not gonna be as simple as Stearns doesn't like this. Because if I'm being honest, this Bo Bichette move feels like a Steve Cohen move to me.
Right.
It feels like, yo, I have to do something. The fan base is killing me. I got to do something. I got to get it done. And let me just throw the biggest check at him that I can. I don't know that to be true. Maybe it was Stearns that said, we like the player. He fits our motto. Let's go do it. If that's the case, credit to him. But if you want to talk about how Stearns have been building a team, exactly. This is what it feels like to me. It feels like panic. It feels
Yeah.
like he understood like the fan base is really upset. Now it's a great pivot because the player's young and he's in his prime and he's an offensive force. But he
To
just
go
makes
back to go back to his tweet yesterday, and we talked about it briefly on the show, especially after we found out that Kyle Tucker, boy oh boy, unfortunately is going back to the Dodgers. Yes, friendly reminder, folks. But anyway, maybe Steve Cohen was referencing, let him know when the smoke is cleared because we have an answer in Bo Bichette. You never
hey.
know. Like this, we talked about two different ways to look at it last night. Now with Bo Bichette finally being a part of the team, this is a third option now. And I kind of feel like all three make a little bit of sense.
I will tell you this. My only piece of advice is, yo, dude, stay off of Twitter. I don't want to see you tweet. I don't want to do anything. Like, you don't need to be tweeting. I don't even want to know that you have an account. Let your baseball people do the work, and let's, you know what I mean? Let them work. Let them work. Let them do what they're going to do. And you tweeting out, oh, was a reference to whatever he said the reference was to. We don't care what the reference is to. You know, when you put a tweet out like that, you're putting a target on your back and your franchise's back, especially if you don't come through with the player. People looking at you like, why the hell did you tweet that for?
And I also wonder how other free agents are going to view that moving forward, right? Now, I could be wrong, but I wonder if other free agents, remember subtle things such as that and say, yo, I'll sit down with you, but you're going to go on the internet and start running your mouth too early? Because if you're going to do that, my answer is no, straight up.
Automatic. And I think at some point, right, during whether he was going to the Mets or not, I'm sure it rubbed Kyle Tucker the wrong way. Like, yo, this dude's out here tweeting and we in the middle of active negotiate. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Whether I sign with you or not, that puts a damper on things because then that means that you can't. We don't know what you're referring to. Now you're putting pressure on me. Now people think I'm gonna sign with you when I had no intention of signing with you, and then you make me look bad. Like now it's like some sabotage thing going on. Cohen got to
Mm-hmm.
stop tweeting, man. Just got to stop tweeting. It just doesn't make sense. Like
Cohen is 69 years old, right? And
stop tweeting, man.
usually people his age, at least to my knowledge and what I've experienced, usually people his age, they tend to say like people our age, definitely people who are younger than 69 for sure,
Right.
love the internet, love to stay on their phones. But I don't know, man. I think Steve Cohen himself, he might fall right underneath that category as well. I don't care if he's old, bro. Like you got to stay off your phone too, just as much.
Hey, man, I'm about to start putting. I'm gonna put Steve Cohen on the Jazz Chisholm rules. Yo, stay off the internet, my boy. You causing a stir out here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm joking with the Jazz stuff, but like, because it's not the first time he's done this. He's tweeted before about them struggling during a road trip. Like he said some things that it's like, all right, bro, like you taking this too far. And I wonder if it hurts future free agent negotiations, where if a player wants to sign a contract and no, we're not gonna relax. We're not gonna relax because no functioning organization does that.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodgers don't tweet. Andrew Friedman don't tweet. Alex Anthopoulos don't tweet.
Especially not when we're talking about what many people would say was the number one free agent going into this offseason in Kyle Tucker, right? Like it wasn't just anybody that he tweeted about, Rick. Like if he would have tweeted about like Luke Weaver, Devin Williams, I don't give a damn.
I got it. Yeah, right.
But with Kyle Tucker, it's not a good look. It's not a good look.
Especially when nobody else in the sport does this. No executives are on Twitter going, "Hey, let me know what you see." Like, bro, it's amateur hour.
Mm-hmm.
Get off of Twitter, bro. Like, if you want to tweet something when the news is official. Yo, welcome Bo Bichette to Queens. We love having you. Like, what? Tweet when stuff is finalized. Don't tweet in the middle of a negotiation because now you get the fans all tense. Everybody's on high alert. What's up, Manny? We see you. You funny, bro. That's funny, bro.
Mm-hmm. Manny, what's
We
up?
now you getting the fans all tense. Everybody's all excited. Like, yo, we about to land this guy. Like, you can't do that type of stuff, especially when
Yeah, you also got to think that's a great way to put it, Stefan, too. You got to think about it from the Mets standpoint, right? Like we're not Mets fans, and we felt the way about him putting that tweet out there before Kyle Tucker even made his decision.
Yeah,
Imagine if you're a Mets fan, like Armand. I don't know if you fell for the bait, but I would not be surprised if a lot of Mets fans read his tweet and said, "Yo, we got him, he's ours," and started
right. Yeah,
overreacting.
yeah,
You
yeah,
never
yeah.
know.
Yeah, and also I think too is the fan base is already on edge. So the last thing you want to do is push them off the ledge with some fake hope, like, oh, we landed him, and now you got kicked in the gut. Now you pivoted nicely with Bichette. But if you're going to bed last night, if you're a Met fan, you're feeling like, oh my God. Again? Again? Listen, great point right here. I got intrigued by his tweet.
You see? Yeah,
And I'm sure many other Met fans felt that way.
right.
Is
Sox fan with
Toronto
an
still the
interesting question. Wow.
uh
It's
it's tough because I think Toronto just came back to earth losing Bo. But
Yeah, I gotta see. I gotta see what's their answer to losing out on Kyle Tucker going to the Dodgers and Bo Bichette going to the Mets. I gotta see how you respond to that because while everything else that they've done to this point was respectable, good as well, depending on how
right,
you look at it. We had always thought that there was one final piece. Unfortunately, it's not Kyle Tucker, but I still believe that the Blue Jays could be in on a Cody Bellinger. If you really wanted that left-handed bat to put into your outfield, it's still out there. Not Kyle Tucker, but there's a similar version available.
right. So, all right, since you want a literal, there's no John Middleton tweet. There was no Mark Walters tweet. None of the other owners tweeted. Now I mentioned
Yeah.
general managers, but nobody else tweeted. Nobody involved with this process tweeted other than you. It looks amateur hour, bro. It just does. It does. Um Toronto, hold on. What did he say? I think Toronto goes into spring training without any new moves and feels great about the team. Now you can, because they were really good last year.
Here's what I think would really help Toronto in 2026. If even if you stand with what you have right now, if you get a bounce back season from an Anthony Santander, then
Boy,
maybe it don't look as bad,
yeah, that's the hope. Harrison Bader is not bad. I like that little 2-year deal, maybe 15 million, 7.5 million each year. Not bad.
For who? For Toronto?
No, for the Mets to put
For
him in
the
center field.
Mets.
I don't
Okay,
hate
yeah,
that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
New York kid coming back to New York. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. Yeah, but Toronto, it's tough, man. It's tough. It's a really difficult thing. And I'll eat my crow. Maybe people don't want to play in Toronto. Maybe that's just how it is. Maybe as much as it's been overblown.
Yeah, over the past couple of days, ever since we were here on the show talking about people don't want to go there, or people do want to go there, rather, it hasn't really been looking like that. People are deciding to go elsewhere.
This is funny. Hold on. Let's get to the Santander tweet. You got Santander hopefully contributing. Cease. That's nice. That's nice. It just feels like they're a bat short.
Here's the thing, though, Shrek. We don't live in a perfect world. And you mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different players
Yeah.
to be, on par with what not just the Blue Jays, but what all of us know as baseball fans know that they have to get out of these guys
Yeah.
because they didn't bring back a Bo Bichette and because they missed out on Kyle Tucker. You need all those guys to
To
be
step
on
up and
point.
have big years. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
I don't think they get all of them to, perform how they need to. Maybe two, three the most.
Yeah. This is a funny comment here by Sox fan. I mean, the Rockies are going into spring training feeling good until June gets here. More like
I
May.
feel bad for Rocky fans, bro. Like, listen, if
Um,
if he goes there, he just might bat 400. He might
you're
hit
not
like
lying. Yeah,
360 to 400, bro.
yeah, he probably will. Yeah. Armand with an interesting response here. Ken Rosenthal just posted in his notes. One interesting thing is teams are reaching out to the Reds about their pitchers, starting pitchers.
Mhm.
Interesting. Cincinnati has another. They have a lot of starting pitching too.
They're not trying to get rid of Hunter Green yet, though, right? Is it the rest of the guys
No,
first?
I wouldn't say Hunter Green is someone they're going to get rid of, but I
Mhm.
think Nick Lodolo could be half of the right price. I think a guy like Nick Martinez, he's still there, right? He's still in Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Nick Martinez. Let's see. He
He
might be a
might
free agent.
he might be. You know what? You're right.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah, he's
right.
a free agent.
He is a free agent. Yeah. So like the Reds, unless they're taking calls on Hunter Green, they're taking calls on the Chase Burns, they're taking calls on some guys trying to see what fits and what doesn't.
You know what's
I
crazy
wouldn't.
though? Speaking of the Reds, I feel like the pitching played a big part in them being able to make it back to the postseason. Now, it didn't really feel like it because they ran into a brick wall in the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, you really want to move on from the thing that finally gave you, somewhat of a light at the end of the tunnel.
So I look at the Reds, how I look at the Mets in 2015, and it's not the same thing, but the comp is there because they're all young with great stuff. You paying all these guys to stay in Cincinnati?
Well, they won't be able to afford it. No,
So why not do the hard part now?
got you, got you. Well, I
Right.
hope they get some offense in return, right? Because that's the thing that I thought the Reds were going to be, in need of coming into this off season.
This is a great point. Bradley Singer's in his final year, 12 million. Maybe he can be had. He probably can be had. Yes. Can we undo the Singer and India trade? Oh man. Um Speaking of, and I thought about this yesterday. Boy, if Bobby Wood was on the market, he's probably looking at a $450 million contract.
Oh yeah, easily, easily.
Boy, are the Royals lucky they locked him up when they did, because you see what these cats are getting nowadays. If Bo Bichette's worth 42, Bobby Witt's at least worth 55, 60.
It is crazy what a lot of these guys, especially this offseason, what we're seeing that they're going to be able to earn, on shorter terms. It's amazing what they're earning. Like Bobuchet is now a higher paid player annually than you mentioned it last night, a guy like an Aaron Judge. Like the fact that things like this are actually taking place is amazing. But
Yeah,
when you
he's
consider TV deals, inflation, right?
yeah,
Inflation, because not only is it a sports thing, it's happening in society. Like we're
all
all
over the
seeing it, even
place. Yeah, we're
even as
all
regular folks.
now we're feeling the pressure for sure. Bobby getting a billion is crazy.
Nah, stop that, bro. I said it last night. The only guy who should ever be in the same sentence as the word billion is Shohei
Is
Ohtani.
and I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. This is interesting. Vientos, Beatty, and Mauricio Sproat for Singer and Hunter Green.
Man, that's a lot. That is a lot right there.
I don't know if the Reds do that. I don't know if the Reds do that.
Mm-hmm.
I was early, now I'm late to the party. Now you good. Your entrance fee
Nah,
is
you
paid,
on
bro.
time, bro.
You
I
good,
I
bro.
saw your comment. As I was doing the intro, I did shout you out, so it's good to have you back here with us.
Hey, listen. And sometimes you know what? We think fans are crazy for some of the stuff they propose, to get back to this comment. You should see some of the stuff these GMs are talking about too. So it's not as far fetched as you think. Oh, it sounds crazy. It sounds this. It's not. Hold on, I gotta get to this. I gotta get to this. So I sent something out earlier that had everybody, kind of go crazy.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Was it related to this here or
Yes.
yeah?
So I got real cryptic with a couple text messages earlier, and everybody's like, "What do you mean?
Are
What do
they
you
in on him?
mean?" Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Hmm. The Reds wouldn't do it. No, I don't think the Reds need to be blown away to even think about. doing that. You're right.
Right.
You need to trade for Scooble. I mean, everybody would like to trade for Scooble, but if the Tigers tell you he's not available, and that's going to be tough.
If you're the Phillies, right? Now that they're in on Bellinger, you offered Bo Bichette. Well, you gave him exactly what he asked you to give him, which was 7 years for 200.
7,200. Yeah.
Are you gonna be willing to go 7 years with Cody Bellinger? Because we know that's what he wants. Now I don't know if he gets it, but
Well, I don't think you go 7 years for Cody Bellinger. I think you stop at 6 and you get close to 200. Maybe you go 185, 190. But I don't think he don't get the 7 years. No. Because
so
look at
if
what
the Phillies do that, then he's gonna be a Philly, bro.
I think so.
Yeah, if they do it, if
Because look at their outfield. You really want to see a disaster like Nick Castellanos in right field again? Hell no.
I don't know.
Do we even know who the Phillies left fielder is at this point? Who's the Phillies left fielder?
Who is their left fielder?
That's what I'm saying. He fits the bill in Philadelphia.
Right.
He definitely does. That lineup will be super left-handed though, with between Bryce and uh
Cody.
Cody, and then you got Schwarber and yeah, super left-handed. Marsh is the center fielder, no?
Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh is their center fielder.
Let's see.
I think he's the center fielder, yeah. While you look that up, speaking of the Phillies, their catchers come home. JT Realmuto, 3 years, $45 million, $15 million a year. Sounds about right.
We called it last night. I remember we said the moment the Phillies strike out on.
Oh, I forgot they got Adolis. Yeah, that's right.
That's true. Yes,
I forgot they got Adolis. That's crazy, bro.
Right.
Nah, Adolis in Citizens Bank, bro.
Well, he's got to have a bounce back year, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Ever since the Rangers won the World Series, it's been a couple of years now. There's been a downfall for Garcia.
Nah, yeah, that has been. And I just think in that lineup with that level of offense around him, maybe he, finds a rhythm and he finds what he's looking for. This is an interesting take. I would not be bad if Philly did this. He was great in Philly for the last 2 months of the season last year. So that Philly's on.
That's true. If I'm the Phillies, I would probably do that instead, especially because Harrison Bader did perform well there.
He was
it's
great
not
for
going
them.
to cost nearly as much.
So, yeah, and that's what I think Dave Dombrowski is also trying to be cost effective while trying to put together a good team.
Yeah.
So Harrison Bader makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Rick. That's a great point by you. Honestly, I'm about ready for him to go somewhere else.
I'm already prepared.
Forget mentally. I'm talking about physically. Yo, go sign with the Pittsburgh Pirates and get the hell out my face. Enough.
I'm going to be honest, though, with the amount of news that has taken place this week, I don't really care where Bellinger ends up. Just don't do it tomorrow. If you don't do it tomorrow, bro, I don't give a damn where you go. I'll be pleased regardless. Yo, we need a day, bro. While I am having fun right now with you guys, right?
I'm loving it.
We're still going to have fun the rest of the night. I've been having fun this entire week. But it's like, can Stefan and I get 24 hours? Just 24 hours, bro. I'm not asking, yo, give me 3 days, give me 4 to 5 days. Can we just have one day to be human beings?
Whoa.
And then I'll be able to come back on Sunday with don't tell me he did it.
Whoa, hold on. We got an interesting little tidbit here. Ellie De La Cruz just turned down a monster extension with the Reds.
What's the offer?
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I wanna know what that offer was.
Hold on one
second. What could be a monster deal for the Reds may not be a monster deal after all. That's why I want to know the details.
Okay.
Bader back with the Yanks. They better not, man. Like if Bellinger's not coming back, just stick with your guys. Bring up a Spencer Jones. Finally make Jason Dominguez an everyday outfielder.
The deal was 10 years at $300 million.
10 years at $300.
So it's $30 million. There's no way he's taking that. and he's 24 years old. And he hits free agency. I'm reading here. He's a free agent following the 2029 season. So he'll be 27 when he hits free agency. That's
So I'm
30 million a year.
let's see. He's 24 years old. Just looking at the types of, especially the last 2 seasons, really good. Remember, he stole 67 bases in
Yeah.
2024. That's crazy to say. I remember we used to see that damn near every single season from a few guys in like the early 2000s. So to see Ellie De La Cruz be able to put that together now is crazy. But yeah, maybe he views himself as a guy who could earn upwards of 350, maybe 400 million. I don't think he is worth that right now as we speak.
No.
But there's still some room for improvement because to go back to what Stefan just mentioned, Ellie is again only 24 years old.
And I'm going to yell this. Thank you, Armand. You got to it before me. Can we please get this young brother out of center field? Please. For the love of Ellie, get Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie De La Cruz is playing center field. Get Ellie De La Cruz out of center field. I beg. If I could get on both knees and get up with no leg pain, I would. Get that brother out of center field. Are we kidding? Please.
So did they say they're putting him in center field? Because he played short all of last season.
So they've talked about putting him in center field.
Okay, yeah, all right.
They've talked about oh, you know what I'm confusing? I'm confusing him with who's the kid in Pittsburgh?
O'Neal Cruz?
Him, yes.
Yes, right.
Yeah. No, but they've talked about moving his position, is what I've heard. Which I hate. But people say Ellie De La Cruz commits a lot of errors.
He does.
So I could see why they would talk about moving positions because he was one of the high error. He had a lot of errors last year. I think he had like above 20 is if I remember correctly. How many errors did he have last year? He was up there in errors. So
most likely, yeah. Let's see. Or maybe and this isn't something that happens all the time, but maybe it could work in his favor how it did for a guy like Fernando Tatis with the Padres now, right? Now he's out here winning platinum gloves. Not gold gloves, but platinum gloves.
Nah, he ain't got that many errors, but he had a lot. He had a lot of errors, yes.
Ellie De La Cruz led the league in errors, finishing with a 26.
26 errors is a lot of errors.
He had 11 fielding errors and 15 throwing errors. Damn, he just throwing the ball all over the damn place in Cincinnati.
26 errors is great. Who was the second most? Was it Volpe?
I don't see the list here. This is only information on Ellie.
That's great. 26 errors is crazy, bro.
Let's see.
That is insane, bro.
Let's see.
And like a lot of people say that it's his focus, but for the Reds to offer him what they offered him was craziness.
So here we go. Top 5 in errors last year. Leading off, Ellie De La Cruz. Then we got CJ Abrams, Trevor Story, Anthony Volpe, number 4 with 19. And then our very own, a viewer, I should say, Jazz Chisholm Jr. with 18 at number 5.
Damn, Jazz, you committing errors on and off the field, bro. That's crazy, bro. Wow. Oh, wow. So they were above. So Story was above 20 errors. Who you said the second person was?
CJ Abrams, 22.
CJ Abrams had 22 errors. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, then again, CJ Abrams is a guy who likes to stay out late. He likes to have his fun, so maybe he's not always there,
Yeah. That's a lot of errors, though.
That is. The throwing errors are kind of crazy. 15. That means you have no accuracy. That means when Ellie, if you're a Reds fan and you watch the ball hit the shortstop, you better close your eyes because he just might hit you. He might not even hit the first baseman.
Which is crazy, bro. Like, I wonder if you know what I would do? I would try him in the outfield because that arm, he seems to have an arm. He just doesn't know where it's going.
And he's got the speed to cover a lot of ground, too.
Yeah, I would take the shot.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not mad at Ellie because we do see a lot of guys turn down these extensions that they get from the respective teams that they play for. However, this is something that could backfire because we have seen stuff backfire too. It doesn't always work in the player's favor.
Yeah, this is a great point actually by Armand. It's kind of odd to out this news. Wait, it's kind of odd to out this news there now unless there is trouble behind closed doors, which there very well could be. Because to leak that you gave him that you offered him this extension and he doesn't he obviously he turned you down and he's not a free agent for another I think 3 seasons,
Right.
27, 28, and then he's a free agent in 29. So yeah, 3 seasons. It's kind of weird that they would leak that with 3 years left of club control, unless they're considering moving him, or I don't know. It just seems weird that that would come out now. What do you
You
think?
never know. You never know. I mean, we you've pointed this out before, right? Especially when we did the show on the Cubs trading for Edward Cabrera, right, with the Marlins.
Mhm.
He has, some control. And one thing that you pointed out was a lot of teams don't typically get rid of guys unless they've already given up on someone or if there's some red flags. Now, Ellie De La Cruz is 24, so there is some room for improvement.
Yeah,
However, the errors are a little bit concerning. The amount of strikeouts are concerning. So he's got to clean it up.
he does. That's
D-Rails, what's good? Nice to see you here,
all
bro.
throwing third to Paulo will be fun.
I don't think it'll be as bad as Ellie De La Cruz throwing to, I don't know who he throws to at
Clearly
first.
not. Uh, this is interesting. He didn't want the to get locked into an Acuna type of deal. Yeah, Ronald Acuna's deal is insane.
Nah, that you can't even compare what the Reds offered to Ellie to Acuna. What did Acuna get?
Eight
We've
years, a
talked.
hundred. 8 years, 100.
Come on, listen. You see, Q
Just
Cash.
Google.
That's the richness talk. That's you being a Dodgers fan talking, bro. That's rich people talk right there.
Yo, that is crazy, bro.
Let me see.
Yeah, I believe it was 8 and 100, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what the number was. Yes.
Wow, Acuna, 8 years, 100. Damn,
Yeah.
man, that hurts me, and I'm nowhere near a big league player, bro. Even if I try, damn, he's getting robbed in broad daylight.
The stick up kids took all his money.
It's crazy. It's
Hell
crazy.
yeah. Hell yeah. And you know what's crazy? I guess it kind of worked out for him because he had the long-term security with the 2 knee injuries. So I guess it's not that bad. But I could see where you're Ellie De La Cruz and you're trying to make some significant money. You know what I'm saying? It's this is funny. It's crazy that Acuna is being robbed, but he still gets $100 million.
Shrek, what you trying to say? Rich people don't get robbed too? Nah, I get your point. Yeah.
No, that's a very interesting point considering he still got 100 million. Usually when you sign these things, you get like a 7-year deal for like what did Tyler Soderstrom get from the Athletics? Wasn't it 7 at 86? Yeah, he didn't even get 100 million. Now he got an option that is an option year that could push the deal to 131 million, but he signed for less than 100 million. So it's common, especially Shrek's man, Miguel Garcia got an extension for like 5 at like 86, right?
He did. He's very underrated, by the way, Garcia.
Yeah. So yeah, it's what Acuna got. It's still not a lot, but when you see what these guys are signing for in terms of extension, I think Christian Campbell's another one for the Red Sox fans that are in here. Right. What he signed for 8 at like 60 something?
That surprised me because of one, how young he is, and the fact that I think they gave it to him before the season began, right? Is that how it worked?
I think before he even hit the big leagues, he got extended. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
If I remember correctly, I think they did it before he even hit the big leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what's up, man? We haven't seen this name in a while either.
Yeah, I see him a lot
coming
on
through.
TikTok.
You won't. Yeah, he's on the TikTok crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, real quick, guys. So, how do we feel about JT Realmuto going back to Philly? Because I love it. I love it. I feel like the Phillies now have to go get um a starting pitcher to replace Ranger Suarez. And if you can swing Cody Bellinger, you do it.
See, the thing is, I like Real Muto coming back. I do agree that they're gonna have to come up with the replacement for Ranger Suarez. But let's say they just do that, right? I mean, essentially, you're running it back with the same exact team. I don't really know how that's beneficial for the Phillies, and if you're a Phillies fan at that. So the extra bat is what I would say is the difference maker here, right? Because even bringing back Kyle Schwarber wasn't that big of a deal. But like, obviously, it still keeps you in contention and considering everything else that they have. But I mean, let's be honest, man. It was the Dodgers who took them out. Look at what the Dodgers did. Listen, the Phillies, you ain't do nothing yet, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I wonder if they're it feels like their rebuild should be underway and they're just trying to prolong it. Like, this could get really nasty.
Mm-hmm. It's coming
They
soon.
You said this the other day too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna be really
yeah.
hard,
For
bro.
me, it's two reasons. One, he's a very, very poor defender. And two, there's also like internal beef between him and the organization too.
Yeah. Catches don't grow on trees is wild, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Speaking of catches, Victor Caratini got his deal today. 2-year deal with the Minnesota Twins. I was like, oh, nice little 2-year deal. Get your money, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna be traded before far too long because somebody's gonna get hurt that needs a catcher. Is Sean Murphy gonna get traded with the emergence of Drake Baldwin? I think that's a conversation they will have. Yes, probably at the trade deadline to see if there's any injuries, but I can see that being a thing. Sure, sure. But I think the Phillies had to bring JT back, and I think the contract is reasonable. The guy's too good of a player, and he means too much to the room.
I mean, we did have a Phillies fan here a couple nights ago who said that he didn't really care whether JT had returned or not because he believed that the rotation was simply that good. I mean, I like the confidence, but let's not discredit JT behind the plate.
Nah, he does a lot. JT is like, I'm not saying they're the same player because Yachty was a beast defensively, but just being able to get you through a game, just being able to get a young pitcher through a game and allow them to feel the confidence like it's okay, we're going to get you through this game and you don't have to worry about it. Just follow my lead and I'll get you through. I think that's really, really invaluable, especially when you're pitching in a tough place like Philadelphia. And he knows the staff, they know him, and he's familiar with, a lot of the pitches that are already in Philadelphia. So it's a perfect marriage and it needed to happen. Like it just needed to happen. To the
Right.
12 people in here, what is up? Let me get a like on the video. Let me get a sub to the channel if you're new. And also drop a comment of your favorite team. Who is your favorite team? If you're new, I want to hear all of it.
Shout out to Chef Mama right here for letting it be known. Like, yo, don't forget to leave your entry fee. If you're gonna walk out, leave that entry fee.
JT in Philadelphia, I mean, in Pittsburgh would have been fascinating with Skeens and yeah.
Well, the Pittsburgh Pirates, I think, are already a better team. And I know they didn't do anything crazy, but the fact that they did spend some money and who they spent the money on, they're definitely a better team. And also the trades too, right? Didn't they trade for Brandon Loud out of Tampa?
Yeah, they got a
Yeah.
Jake Mangum from Tampa 2 is in Pittsburgh
Yeah,
now. Yeah, they
they
got some
they
friends. Yeah.
finally got what's his name, Reynolds, the outfielder, some help, right? Because other than him, what the hell they got over there offensively? Because Skeens is Skeens, you know.
Yeah. 45 million is nuts, really? I didn't think it was that crazy, bro. Just for what he brings. And the Phillies could afford it. It's not like he's valuable. So yeah, in the last year of the contract, you might be holding your nose, but what he brings is really valuable. The veteran leadership, the behind the play, getting everybody situated. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. So let me ask you guys, what's next for the Phillies after this, give me a name, give me a signing. What do they do next? Ivan, I'll start with
I'm
you.
gonna go out there and say that I think they show interest in Zach Gallen, and because we just finished talking about like them needing a replacement for Suarez. Now you're not gonna get somebody as good as him, right? But a
Mhm.
guy who, if you were to ask me if he's on, what it could be really good. Zach Gallen is that type of dude. Stefan said that. Stefan has been saying that for some time now.
Oh man. Bring back Beatty, that would be great. Lucas Giolito to Philadelphia. Well,
Mm.
I don't hold on now. I wonder, yeah, Alec Boehm is interesting though, because they've been trying to trade him for a minute. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do that though.
They have two guys who they have to trade. Alec Bowman, to go back to what somebody
And
just
Nick
said,
Castellanos,
Castellanos.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Armand, what a name, bro. Trade me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Zach Gallen to ATL. Wow, yeah. The Braves are looking for some starting pitching, so that could work.
right. So let's see. In terms of starting pitching right now, looking at the list, we got Framber still available, Nick Martinez, Chris Bassett, Zach Gallen, and the rest. It's a big gap. Lucas Giolito is here, yes, and the rest kind of irrelevant, I would say.
I want to see where Verlander goes. Isn't Verlander a free agent? He said he wants to pitch till he's 45. So I want to see
He
where he goes.
is, brother. Hang it up, man. Come on, let the kids play.
No, you keep playing, man. Do it for the OGs.
Well, let me see. Verlander, he's at 266 career wins. So if he's trying to push for 300, he's gonna have to pitch for maybe at least 2 to 3 more seasons. He's gonna have to.
I don't know if he gets to 300, but I think he said he wanted to pitch till he was 45. Yo, you are a troll Sox fan. You see this?
What did he say?
You, you
Oh, please. Yeah.
bro.
Yo, Shrek, you know what's funny? You want to troll, bro? You want to troll? You've been here long enough. If you know, you know. You should know what I'm wearing right now. I'm not gonna show you guys the back, but I've
Oh
done
my
worn it a
god.
couple times on the show, and you guys were trying to clown me the other
Yo,
day. Now it's a topic because I got it on my back.
must be weird having players on your roster you want gone. I can't relate. Yo, that's savage. Yo, that's crazy,
Talk
bro.
that talk, King Cash. By the way, King Cash, do you have TikTok? Because we have a lot of Dodgers fans showing a lot of love over there tonight. I don't know if you want to, interact with them, but
Yeah, no. Oh my god, if they do this, Baltimore, I beg of you, go friggin' sign Framber Valdez, bro. Please.
nah, the O's don't do Verlander. Come on, man. Nah, the O's got to go after what they really need.
You
Seriously.
gotta go find sign Framber, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, shots, shots.
Well, hold on now, Shrek. They do develop a lot of guys.
They
However,
just trade them for better players.
exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Because the Dodgers farm system is always where it needs to be. They just believe in the money a whole lot more. That's all it is.
Shrek full in the Homer card. 2015 is more impressive than 2024 and 2025. All right. So what happens with the Mets? What is the Mets' next move? Is it do we trade for an outfielder? Do we go sign Harrison Bader to place in the field? Are you trading for a pitcher? What are you doing if you're the New York Mets?
I already know what I would like for them to do. And I don't know. I think another valid question would be: do we actually believe the Mets are gonna do all of these things that they still have to do? I
No,
don't know.
it's gonna be impossible to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like at this point, I feel like you have to pick and choose. Just because it's too much stuff to do at one time. Like if it was a few things, if it was maybe like two or three things, yes. but they need a third baseman. They need a center fielder. They need to figure out what they're doing at the back end of the bullpen.
Well, they don't
You
need a third baseman anymore with Bo Bichette being the
not
answer.
third, not third, but you
Mhm.
got to figure out what you're doing at first. Is Vientos the guy, or are you going to let Polanco get extended run there? But center fielder just feels like it makes you got to do something in center field because I like Carson Bench. I just don't think he would start uh the season with them. I just think they're gonna let him get some seasoning and figure some stuff out. So my best guess right now is that the Mets go get a center fielder, preferably Yeah, Bader makes sense if you can make it work. Uh, they do. Listen, Luis Ariz to me that would be. My uncle texted me today. He was like, "Yo, I would love Luis Ariz on the Mets because he likes guys that put the ball in play. He doesn't really care about the defense."
He's an old school type of dude, right?
He was like, "Yo, give me the guy that's gonna hit damn near 400 and lengthen my lineup and give me annoying about." He when I spoke to him today, he was like, why is nobody talking about this guy? This guy's like the modern day version of Stan Musial."
Right.
And I'm like, "You got a point."
How long has he been a Mets fan for? Your uncle, you said, right?
Remember, all right. So I don't know if you remember. Were you with us no, you weren't with us at the time. But a couple of the boys uh met my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a bunch of Met stuff at the house. He was barbecuing and we were talking Mets. And Big Dog was like, "Yo, look at all this Met stuff he got. This is awesome." And I think Rick was there too. It was really cool. And my uncle is like really old school baseball. Like he likes guys like Luis Ariz. He likes what you like
Yeah.
contact first. Like, yeah, he's
Well, not only do I like those kind of players, but the reason why I do too is because I kind of played like that myself. You know, when I last played in high school, I was a contact type of dude, relied on speed, relied on defense. You weren't really gonna ever see me go crazy, hitting things into the gap with power.
no,
But
no.
I was more so the type of guy like where if I got on, like I relied heavily on my speed, you know?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Uh
Yankee girl is back. Yo, Yankee girl, are you a real person? I don't know. We were thinking the other day. It was nice to meet you, but I don't know. I hope you're not trolling.
So, did you see this? Clayton Kershaw is going to play for Team USA in the Classic. How do you feel about that?
I I was caught off guard. I thought that him winning the World Series again for the second straight year with the Dodgers was more than enough, right? Like how many people could say that they go out on top and end their careers being a back-to-back World Series champion? But I guess Clayton Kershaw, he's got other plans, and he
Mhm.
wants to really top it off with a WBC championship.
That's not bad. Also, Brad Keller's pitching for Team USA. That had to make the that had to make the Phillies feel good, huh? Give you a nice little deal, and now you're gonna tell me you're gonna go pitch for Team USA. By the way, that the whole team is stacked. That is crazy, bro.
Also, Alex Bregman, I think shortly after he made his decision, I think I had seen that he committed to playing for Team USA. That seems like it was one of those things that was already discussed, but it was just a matter of D-Row allowing Alex Bregman to, take care of what he got to take care of before he could officially commit.
You this new name here, right? This is new, right? I haven't.
Probably. It doesn't look familiar.
If they don't sign Bellinger, to sign a Harrison Bader. Welcome to the channel, brother. It's good to have you. We appreciate it. Well, I'm assuming you're a Philly fan. What is next for your Philadelphia Phillies? Talk to us.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stafford, definitely winning the Super Bowl this year. Damn, if the Rams win the Super Bowl too with the dot, damn, bro.
The Super Bowl is when? Like the first or second week of February?
Second week, Valentine's
Sec-
Day.
okay.
Valentine's Day. I don't wish that on that brother, man. What's wrong with y'all? Don't do that, man. Stop. Rams won't even win next week. You talking spicy.
Oh, he's a Mets
Oh, my
fan.
bad, bro. My bad. My bad. I don't want no problems, dog. You good? You good? I don't want no problems. Listen, man, do me a favor, hit the like on the channel, subscribe, hit the like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Guys, there's 15 of you guys in here. I need 3 subscribers till we get to 300 officially.
That's true. We are currently at 297. Do I hear 1? Do I hear 2? Do I hear 3? 300.
300 is a huge number. Let's go, man. Dollars with the interesting Yankees acting like the parent who can't give a child what they want. They don't.
True.
Damn, crazy troll. That is crazy, bro.
Shrek, I hate to break it to you. While I was happy that the Royals won in 2015, I was secretly rooting for the Mets. But not because I'm a Mets fan, but just, from a New Yorker standpoint.
we were doing
But I love the team you guys had.
No,
that Royals
y'all
team,
guys.
forget about it. I remember they made deals for, was it Johnny Cueto and like Ben Zobrist at the deadline or something like that?
Nah,
Right?
Johnny Cueto was big for them down the stretch. I remember Ben Zobrist was Alex Gordon was my boy. I love that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Gordon, I feel like Alex Gordon was underrated. I think when you talk about a guy who just does it the right way.
Shrek, who's your all-time favorite Royal? I don't know if we've ever asked you that, but
that's a good question.
Yeah.
And why is it Bo Jackson?
Mets only I don't want to hear Bo Jackson, bro. He better not say that.
Bo Jackson was the man. Don't.
No, I'm not trying to knock him, but Salvi. Okay.
Oh, I like these 3 options over here. We talked about this the other day. I like that. We talked about this the other day.
I like the Stephen Kwan signing, of course, big time. The trade, excuse me.
That trade, yeah, but that trade is going to take years off your life because that Guardians front office is going to pound you into oblivion if you think about doing anything crazy. Guys, real quick, I want to apologize for the faux pas earlier tonight. I got names mixed up. Forgive us. We just been recording a lot, but I'll be better next up.
I mean, listen, bro, to cut ourselves some slack, we don't need the chat to do it. It has been 5 shows in 6 days. We are human now, like, we're not AI behind the mics. We're humans.
That's crazy. Billy Butler, I remember that dude. Big country.
Billy
breakfast.
Butler, come on, bro. I would have thought you would have said maybe Zach Greinke. Billy Butler, though, really? I remember him.
How old are you, Shrek? If you don't mind me asking your age, bro, how old are you?
He told us, bro. Isn't he like in his 20s, I believe? He told us one time.
Nah, I gotta ask again because my memory's going, bro. We've been on the mic 1,000 years. It's like these days are blending together, bro.
Yeah. Some of you guys have, and I don't know how long everyone has been here. I know some, like Armand, has been a couple months, but
is that right? You trolling or you being for real, Sox fan?
People like Sox fan, Shrek, TD. I kind of feel like it's been over a year now, right? Feels like that.
Word, like, yeah, don't troll, bro. It's crazy. Damn, off the top rope. Oh, he's being serious. Oh, wow. Damn, bro.
David Wright was a really good player. He was a heck of a player.
If he never got hurt, David Wright would have been a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, well, you might be working a mighty long time because I don't think he's gonna resign. So good luck with that.
Who?
Cody Bellinger.
Oh, right. D-Rails, also a David Wright fan.
Oh, nah. I played third in high school and college. Oh, word?
That's dope, bro. Looked up to him. Wow. All right. Yo, Sox fan, he's open up. He's letting the feelings flow. Like, yo, David Wright was my guy. I'm a Red Sox fan, but David Wright was him.
So I'll put this out there. What is Cody's market these days? His market is whenever somebody, you know what? We kind of hope the same thing. We kind of hope the same thing.
Oh boy, I wanna ask Yankee Girl a question, but I again I still don't know if she's here to mess around or if she's serious.
What is Cody's market these days is a question I'm going to answer. It feels like the Yankees and possibly the Mets, now the Phillies, but it feels like the Yankees are still in the driver's seat because he still hasn't gotten off the board yet. Listen, it's Scott Boras. He's not rushing for you or anybody. We agree with you there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I would let him walk because he doesn't make the team better. Like I feel like you're not missing anything if Cody Bellinger signs somewhere else.
Right. Well, you take a step back offensively.
Yeah, but even with him, I don't think he's gonna have the same offensive production he had last year.
Right. Yeah, you're not a better team.
I think he's gonna take a step back because now he got his money. Now he's happy. He's feeling comfortable. So if he signs with the Jays, I'm cool. I'm cool. With his defensive versatility, you can argue that, but offensively, he's not a needle mover for me.
Yes.
I've said this. I've said
Mm-hmm.
this, and I don't know if the Yankees do it, and I don't think they should do it. If the Phillies want to, God bless them. If the Angels want to, God bless them. If the Blue Jays want to, God bless them. Letting him walk is crazy. Why? Why is it crazy?
Well, King Cash is probably speaking from the standpoint of like, if you're gonna compete, you have to compete with Cody Bellinger, right? Because if you go into 2026 without him, that's a big hole now in your offense. Now you're hoping that maybe I don't know who really steps up, to be honest. I wouldn't
What
know.
I'm saying is, so to get this deal done now, because how the market's playing out, you're gonna have to go farther than you wanted to. Whoever signs him, you're gonna have to give the 6 year. You're gonna have to get it up to 180 million. You're gonna have to get him close to 35, 36 million a year.
I disagree with this comment here, Shrek. Uh Hold on, I think my mouse died. Let me charge that for a bit. You could put that comment there where he said it's in Bellinger's best interest to stay in New York.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that, Shrek, because this is his payday. It don't matter where he goes, bro. He don't got to deal with this ever again.
Exactly. You're trying to go somewhere where you can make money right now. The rest of your career, who cares? I'm just trying to get paid in this moment.
Yeah.
Especially because he already settled for the 3 year deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Unless he already did the job by settling. He already did you a favor. He already took the 3 year deal at 80 million. Now he wants his payday.
Right.
I think teams are pulling the trigger on the higher AEV situation because of a looming lockout next year.
Yeah.
Where have we heard that one before?
Here, I think it's that, and it's also another thing that we've talked about here on the
Yes.
platform is teams just becoming smarter. Like Stefan and I spoke, for a bit earlier today, and one thing that Stefan said was, "Yo, 10-year deals are dead. Like they are basically dead now."
Yeah, I agree.
And if you do get one, you got to be one of them, right? Like when I look at position players right now, I don't really see a position player over the next couple of years who I think is going to be able to land a 10-year deal. Like even Scuba, when he finally goes and he gets traded and he ends up somewhere, I don't think Scuba was getting a 10-year deal.
No,
Mm-hmm.
no. If I'm being honest, this right here, this right here. He's not a needle mover. If you were talking Juan Soto, is different. If you were talking about somebody like, is different.
Yeah.
Any at game podcast this year, interesting.
No, man, we never that is interesting. We never talked about it. This past season in 2025, we didn't do any games, right, Stefan? I don't think we did.
No, we went
Right.
to. Did we go to a game? No, we didn't even go to a game this year.
No, that's why. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah, yeah. Well, here's what we got lined up right now, TD. Of course, we have what you're watching right now. This is what we typically do. We are gonna do a few watch alongs during the World Baseball Classic in March. And then for those of you who know, we definitely covered the playoffs heavily in October.
Meet me at Fenway. That's a fun place to meet. For the Mets, he is that. Well, then, if he's a needle mover for the Mets, then go to the Mets, my boy. Have fun in Queens, and we wish you all the best. And I'm not being mean when I say that. I just don't think I would. Oh, the Mets are giving Schoolboy 10 years. Probably, yeah.
You think they give him 10 years?
Probably.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I know the money is not the issue. The money
He's
ain't
gonna
the issue.
he's gonna get anywhere from 8 to 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. He's that good, bro. He's won multiple Cy Youngs. Just on the resume alone, Bellinger is more of a needle mover for the Mets. He's not a needle mover for the Mets either. Oh, we got a Bellinger debate. All right.
Armand, as a Mets fan, and derails, I want to know what you think about this too. You guys being the two Mets fans in the building, and also Cam, who is new here. Well, Cam, you already responded, but Armand, I'm getting the vibe that you're not really big on the Mets going into 2026. That's what it seems like, Seems like he doesn't really care what they do from this point on because it seems like he's had enough.
I've said this too. We agree with you, bro. Cam, you're right.
Oh, they go with that.
It's okay.
Marcelo Zuna, please, Shrek. Come on now.
Needle mover as in moving them into the playoffs, but not moving them to the World Series.
Not so much because I still think if the Mets don't address that starting rotation, I don't think they make the playoffs, bro.
They need two frontline starters, Ivan. We agree with you there, bro.
Yes.
Screw Ozuna. I understand the frustration because I've been limited if I was a Mets fan. Yeah, I get it.
Yo, listen, Chad. After you leaving that comment there, I remember earlier in the season, we did a show where Stefan and I were giving credit to what the pitching staff looked like for the Mets early on. We were like, holy cow, David Stearns, he's one of them. He's a genius. And then the second half came and it was like, everybody forget how to pitch? Nobody wanted to go into like the fifth or sixth inning anymore.
The bottom fell out. It was outrageous. I think for the last 4 months of the regular season, they only had 10 starts where a guy went to the sixth inning or better.
That's crazy.
I love my Mets, but what the monster Dodgers pulled this year makes me not want to watch. I hate to do it, but don't do that. Don't be that guy, bro. Don't be that guy, bro. Yeah, after Canning went down, it wasn't the same. Armand with an interesting take here. I think they get one starter now and another at the deadline. All right, I'm putting you on the spot. Who they get now and who they get at the deadline, bro? Give me two guesses. Mike taught me be a great pick. You trolling, bro.
Yeah, you got to be careful sometimes when Shrek leaves a comment. Sometimes it's very rare that it's serious, but often it's he's trolling.
Nick Martinez, Nick Martinez.
I don't know, bro. He's 35 years old too, though, bro. He's in his mid-30s.
The Dodgers have a chance to make history this year. They were that's not a bad place to be.
Mm-hmm.
Mets 4 starters get yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true.
I think Mets go scorched earth for Schoolboy, especially with the arbitration battle. Ivan has said he thinks that, and pull Peralta at the deadline. You think he's in Milwaukee at the deadline? I think he's gone before then. I don't think he starts the season with the Brewers, man. Wouldn't it be crazy if he starts the season with the Brewers?
It would, because
after all the trade talk and how publicly he's been out there, that's a little crazy, no?
if you're the Brewers, the deeper you go into the season with Peralta, the less value. No matter how well he pitches, just the simple fact that this is the final year on his deal, the value just,
It goes down when he takes the mound. Yeah, and
right.
I think with pitching, especially you're talking about half the year, that'd be a little crazy. I don't know if I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
To the 14 people in here, we appreciate you. Let's get the 14 likes on this video.
Right. The hell is going on with my mouse, bro? I charged it and it's like still doing its own thing. Let me see if I like move it. There we go. I got it now. I don't know what was wrong. Ivan, be a Yankee fan. Say, well, Yankee girl, let me tell you something. First of all, like the video, but I am a Yankee fan. Just because I have the Mets jersey on, it ain't that deep, You might not run into too many people like me. Now,
Or
that's
me for that
where,
matter.
we have a misunderstanding, but I actually am a Yankee fan. But I have enough Yankee shirts. I have enough Yankee jerseys, but I am in uniform, as you can tell by the title, excuse me, of tonight's video. He was, especially against left-handed pitching, Shrek. You're
He was
right.
murdered last year. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Cam, appreciate the love, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, nah, man. Thank you, man. Traitor.
He said a half and half jersey. Oh, yo, Cam, it's funny you say that because I'm gonna tell you exactly why right now. So I'm a dad, right? For those of you who know, and for those of you who don't know, and
Real quick before you tell the story, shout the dads in the building. If you a dad, throw a dad in the chat one time. Tell the story. I just want to get all
right,
the
and
dads.
any other dads right now, drop like a one for yourself right now, just so I could understand who's a father here.
Know what I mean?
But to go back to Cam's comment here, so my son, I am a Yankee fan, of course. His mom is a Mets fan. Now, this right here is something that I don't want, Cam, but we might have to do that for my son. Ooh, what's Chef Mamba? Are you around anywhere?
Nah, he put it. He let us know on the IG story. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He sent us a message. Sevy's picture for Team Dior on the Classic. I have a 2-year-old. Shouts out, man.
My son is also 2 as well, Sox fan. That's dope.
Half and half would do wonders. Is a Subway shit that would be crazy, bro. I think Melo makes hats like that. Well, half of it is Yankees and half of it is Mets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Melo has hats like that. All right, there's 16 of y'all in here. We're leaving in a few minutes, but I just want to say
Oh, he
daughter's
has
almost
2
two and a
kids.
half. Daughter's almost 2.5. Wait, so you got 2 kids, bro?
That was back to back, bro. Sox fan, let's slow down now, brother. Slow down.
Oh God.
Ain't nothing wrong with having kids, but slow down. You got 2.5 and 2. Oh no, just one.
Just one,
Okay,
just
got you,
one, just
got
one,
you.
just
All
one.
right.
All right. So we really do appreciate everybody that stopped by this week. This has been a
Yeah.
fun week. I had a blast doing this. I'm sure Ivan had a blast doing this.
He full on Mets. Nah, man. You know what it is? So, both, myself and his mom like baseball. I'm the bigger baseball fan. Plus, my son also sees when I edit a lot too. So he doesn't, understand that we're talking about baseball. But as he gets older, he's gonna be like, "Oh, Dad, he does a baseball show with his friend
He's on
Stefan,
TV. Yeah, he's on
Theo
TV.
Theo Stefan."
Yeah. Unk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, man. Shout out to all the dads out there. You guys are superheroes. But speaking of superheroes, I feel like a superhero. We have had a blast. But if
Mhm.
I can give you a moment of honesty, y'all, I'm serious about this. We taking the weekend off.
Yeah, I wanted to take a second before we leave, as you mentioned, Stefan, to thank everybody, whether you were here for the 5 shows that we've done in 6 days now this week. It still sounds crazy to say that. New record on the show. But Yeah, whether you watched one show, people like him, we just met you. Obviously, a lot of you guys usually pull up. Shrek, don't go MIA again for like 6 shows, brother. I might be exaggerating with 6 shows, but nah, it's always love, man. And to those of you who are not watching live, I don't want to forget about you guys, and also the people who enjoy the clips. I've been getting a lot of DMs. People who don't necessarily tune into the live show like you guys are right now, but they certainly enjoy what we put out after the fact, man. And it's been a very busy week, a very busy week, a hectic one at that, and fun too.
Nah, listen, we had a blast. I had fun breaking all the news, staying up to date, staying busy. This was fun. But I'm ready to put the phone down, shut the laptop down, and I'm ready to, just have
Oh,
a
we at
weekend.
299, 299 before we leave.
Can I get one more? Can you get us to 300?
Yo, we need one more sub to
300 out here.
end the show off with 300 subs. We're not leaving
300
yet, bro.
out.
We ain't leaving yet. We got to get that three. We got to get that three, bro.
Listen, listen. No, I'm serious. Listen. All right, I'm not even joking with you. We will stay on the air to a hour and 40 minutes. If we get the 300 before then, we'll leave. But if we don't, we're gonna stay on the air because we need that 300, dog.
I just checked before we were gonna check out. I was like, let me see where we're at. They got us at 299 right now, bro.
Yo, listen, man. It's 12 of y'all in here. I need 12 likes on this video. I need you to DM somebody real quick. I don't care if they're a Red Sox fan. I don't care who they root for. They gotta love baseball and they just gotta love you. They gotta love they gotta love the game, bro. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, bro.
Also,
299.
Cam, you're cool by the way, too, bro. By the way, do you also
Cool
have
dude.
like any other friends that enjoy baseball, or maybe any friends that you just talk baseball with? Put them on.
For sure, man. We got 16 likes currently. Can we get to 20?
You know,
Can
that was
we
a that was another thing that we finally actually came across, as the two people who do the show, was that now we actually have friends who watch the show, right? Like Armand, he invited someone, he enjoyed the show. McForrester, he invited a fellow friend who's a Cardinals fan. I remember he pulled up. So
Yeah.
it's nice to know that not only are you guys watching, but now you guys are getting your friends involved. So
Listen, and we're all a family, man. I know we crack jokes and we have a little inside snipes, but y'all family, man. And thank y'all for the support on the journey. It's been amazing. So we appreciate y'all. Um, oh, little funny one for you. Cause so I was reading this today and I said, I wonder, I'm thinking out loud. If you could get one free agent left on the market to take a 1 year deal with a high AAV, and you can get that, you can either sign them to a 1 year deal high AAV, or you can trade for your dream pitcher. What are you doing? Are you taking the free agent with the high AAV, or are you trading for the dream pitcher?
trade for the dream pitcher. Yeah, I would do that. yo, Shrek, that's how you know you've been around long enough, bro. Like that's an insider, right?
Yo, matter of fact, we gotta
Yo,
clip that
Shrek
up
is
and send that to
crazy, bro.
Justin, bro. We gotta
Yo,
clip this up and send it to Justin, bro. Shout out to Justin, bro.
for real,
If
we
you're
got to let him know
watching,
that
man.
people are still out here remembering who he is.
By the way, if you haven't checked out that interview, because I know we had a lot of new viewers since then, go check out that interview. Justin was phenomenal. He was a great get. He was
Hmm.
awesome. Please go check out that interview.
Yeah, we have some
Dream.
others too. Speaking of interviews, Heath Bell. I don't know if any of you guys came across that one. We spoke to him last year. We come across a lot of people in the comment section who say that they listen to Keith, they watch Keith. We also interviewed him too, right? Well, we're gonna have him on at some point this year. Keith did let us know last year that he was gonna come on again in 2026. We don't know when exactly. He's a pretty busy guy, but we have that in store, and hopefully some others, that we aren't aware of just yet. Like the Heath Bell one came out of nowhere. He was just like I watch you guys, and all right, I come on, you know.
Cool cat too, man. Cool cat. Cool cat. Listen,
Our dream guest is to get Jazz Chisholm on here. Now, me stop.
I got a few actually, but I got one that I think we could pull off sooner rather than later. I'm gonna say my dream guest is I want to talk to Albert Pujols about hitting.
Mhm.
Like, if you could give me 20 minutes or 25 minutes to talk to Albert, I'm good, bro. Like, Albert Pujols was my childhood. Like, I love Jeter, but I used to watch Cardinal games just to watch Albert destroy the baseball.
Albert Pujols is the best first baseman I've ever seen at the plate.
Well, yeah, bro.
Hmm.
Albert, see, the thing about Albert was he made hitting look surgical. Like he would set pitches up. He would get you an account where you thought you had him, and then boom.
Yeah,
You should ask Jerry Blevins to do the show.
really.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, Cam, since you are new here, we put a clip out it. You could clip out on it, excuse me. You could check it out in the short section on the channel here. But Jazz Chisholm did respond to something that we put out on TikTok.
Listen, guys, y'all guys are running out. We got 4 minutes left. We still at 2.99. Hit the phone, send somebody a text message.
If we don't get it while doing the show right now, which I would love to end off like that, right? I think we get it overnight. We
I,
probably get
I
it
would
from
love
like
to, yeah.
somebody watching this show, or maybe the shorts that have come out over the past couple of days. It'll get here. Boy, was 300 a whole lot easier to get to than 200, that's for sure. Getting to 200, oh man, that was, for those of you guys who were here, you know what it was like, man. We were stuck there for, was it like weeks, maybe a month? We were stuck in like the 190
Nah,
session, right?
we were stuck at 197 for a couple of like for damn near like 4 weeks. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, yo, why we stuck at like this is
Get
insane.
passing. That would be interesting. Stefan and I have met him before. We met him together at Yankee Stadium, I think 2 years ago, was it, Stefan, right?
Yes, we met Jeff. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. We don't have a relationship with him, but hopefully,
Yet
that's something
we
that,
don't got one yet,
yeah.
but
He
that's
might
somebody
know
else.
about us. He might know about us. We don't know, but he just might. Yo, Shrek. Yo, this dude. Yo, I was not expecting that. Shrek, that was a good one, bro. I gotta give that to you. Nah, Arma. Yo, you guys are funny.
You guys are out of control, man.
Oh boy.
All right, man. We have fun with y'all. The week is a wrap. We did it, man. What is this? It's 5, 6 shows in 7 days. Where we at? I can't even keep.
5 and 6. If we come back tomorrow, it'll be 6 and 7. Yeah.
We ain't coming back tomorrow. Don't watch your tongue.
I know, I know,
Watch your
I know.
tongue, bro.
I could use honestly, in a perfect world, I would use
I
Saturday
would
as a
take the
day off,
weekend off.
Sunday,
I would
and
take
then
the
Monday
weekend off.
come
Come
back.
back
Even though
Monday
I'm
and
not mad at coming back on Sunday, because as I mentioned earlier tonight, I need 24 hours. Minimum,
listen.
I need 24 hours.
I don't want to come back Sunday. Playoff football, man. Do it Monday morning. We'll come back Monday.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting about, because I don't watch, so I'm like, it's almost as if it doesn't exist to me, you know?
Nah, playoff football, bro. Stop.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
don't-
feel you.
I kind of want to have a weekend, just relax and not do anything.
Yo, Chad,
Stop.
don't say that, bro.
Stop, man.
Do not say that, bro.
Stop, man. We could take. I need the day off, man. Stop, for real.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Monday is MLK Day. A lot of people are off. That's true.
You know what? If Cody Bellinger signs Sunday night, we're not doing the live. We'll save it for Monday night instead.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would like to have a couple days off to myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that I don't love seeing your face, bro, because you are a handsome fellow, and I love interacting with the people, but I'm tired, y'all. All right,
Yeah,
man.
it's tough. It's tough, you know, it really is. You start to feel it. Like once you do a couple of days, it's really nothing because that's kind of normal for us. But once you start approaching like more than 3 shows within a week, then you really talking at that point.
Listen, you could take your Tommy Fam love and go somewhere else with that. Tommy Fam, you crazy? Tommy Fam, you see this? You're out of your mind, bro.
I saw the video. Isn't it like a video of him like slapping somebody in the outfield or something like that? Who did he smack?
Fantasy football, he smacked the crap out of somebody.
It was somebody. I forgot who it was that he did it to, but the video is actually out. I saw it a couple of days ago.
When does that drop? When does that for real? When does that drop? I'm super curious now.
I'm not sure. I didn't even know there was another Jock Peterson. Thank you, Armand. Damn, he slapped Jock Peterson silly. That's crazy. Over some football?
For over some fantasy football, he slapped the dog shit out of Jock Peterson, bro.
Maybe Jock Peterson never recovered, and that's why he's that bad now, you know?
Oh, December 16th, 20, damn, the whole next year, basically, bro.
Damn, bro,
God
that's 11 months from now. Chad, you
damn.
waited this early for that? You can't wait, brother. Chad probably got the tickets pre-ordered
I
already.
can't lie. I'm not lying. That Michael Jackson doc. I already got my tickets pre-ordered. I'm dead serious, bro.
I want to see that. I also have a feeling they might leave like some things out that we do want to hear, but I do want to watch.
Nah, I'm going to the theaters to watch that shit. Hell yeah.
He said Big Jock turned into Little Jock.
Russo Bros directing. All right. It's legit. All right, bro. Speaking of legit, this show was legit, but it's over. We'll see you guys on Monday. Preferably Monday night. I'm not trying to come back and do Sunday. Playoff football. Enjoy the weekend with your family and friends. It's been a fun week servicing you filthy animals. I had a blast, but I want to go home and go to bed.
Yo, Shrek's last comment is crazy, bro. Please read that because this man is like, yo, Shrek, you gotta chill. Yo, I'm out. I'm out. End the show, bro. End the show. This man just put something crazy.
Stream done. Goodbye, y'all.
Yo, what?